Hi, Jason Baker here with Rise Real Estate. We are, if you've never received an email from us, we have an office in Missoula, opening one in Dillon right now, and then Laurel as well. So, for those that are in the Billings area, I can't thank you enough, Billings Area Association of Realtors, I can't thank you enough for the warm welcome that we've received, the professionals we've been able to deal with so far, and also the board is just super responsive. So we appreciate everybody so much. It's just been great. So we're opening a little office in Laurel, currently in the setting it up phase, putting desks together and everything like that. But I'm not going to sit here and talk about myself. I guess you can look me up, or you can look up our Powered by Place. Place is a brokerage agnostic platform that bolts into franchises and/or independent real estate firms like myself, and helps them do more business and provide great things for their administrative team and for their agents. So, anyway, that all being said, I I send these out, have been for over a year, to my local associate or to the regional MLS. So now I'll be sending them to Billings, and then once I get the email list for Bozeman or for the Dillon area, we'll send those out as well. So anyhow, once a week I send these out. If you hate these trainings, the beautiful thing is you can unsubscribe, throw darts at my picture, whatever else you want to do, okay? But we're onboarding 4 agents in our Missoula office, and it's daunting for them. I mean, there's people that have been doing real estate for 30 or 40 years, and our agents are like, how do I compete? This, that, and the other thing, and of course we're helping them do that. But there's just so much to learn the first few months. So I wrote down something for them to encourage them the other day, and whether you're an experienced agent or a brand new first year agent, hopefully some of these things will help you. The first thing I wrote down the other day, and these are things I wish I knew my first year in real estate. Obviously, I wanted to tell them some things to encourage them. So that real estate is a marathon, not a sprint. Nothing happens quickly. It can happen more quickly than, if you do certain things, things will happen more quickly. However, I've never seen a business where every contact we make, or every lead we follow up with, or every lead we get, or everything we do, if properly followed up with, it just takes time to fill that cup up before a deal falls out, okay? So patience, right? So it's a marathon, not a sprint. Understand it's not HGTV and as glamorous as it looks, where it's just, $100 bills floating around in the air and, Bentleys, right? Things take time. That's number one thing. Number two, if you're having trouble with your production, you don't have a deal, talk to more people, however you want to do that, by the phone, email, mail, whatever, but prospect more somehow, some way. That you should use proven scripts, not your own script, right? So we oftentimes say things that make us feel comfortable that other people aren't receptive of. So when I speak, I like to look at how people that are better than me at my trade, which is a lot of probably 10 million people, I like to use what has worked for them, right? So don't be afraid to use things that are already out there that work, right? Don't try to recreate the wheel. Number 4, people that I know and love are happy to help me in my business. Stop being afraid to call them. Pick up the phone, say, hey, this is a business call. Okay, and I just got into real estate, or I haven't called you in the last 3 years because the market's been amazing, but now that it's changing, I'm finally calling you again. Right? How many are guilty of that? So, but people I know and love are happy to help me in my business. Tell them it's a business call when you first call. Then after that, gets the weirdness or what you might think is the weirdness out of the way, and then talk about how are the kids, etc. Number 5, take time to rest and relax when you need to. When you're grinding, you're actually going against the grain. Go with the grain as much as possible. Okay, take the time off that you need and come back refreshed. As we know, we're plugged in 900 hours a week to our cell phones, our emails, our clients, this and showings, this, that, and the other thing, right? Number 6, profitability is everything. Nothing else matters except profitability. Number 7, what I do or don't do today will show up in 60 days. Number 8, move on quickly from what does not work. Remember, the purpose of an expense is to create revenue or income. Imagine that. So, like when the market shifted last year, March, April of last year, it started massively shifting for us. Days on market went through the roof. Our inventory tripled or quadrupled in many areas. There was a time where in Missoula County, we only had 61 single family homes for sale. 61. Like, holy cow. So now we have, in mid 100s. And so it's, doubled or tripled depending on, where. So anyhow, move on quickly from what does not work. I had to analyze because the market had shifted and the deals weren't closing as much as last year or the year before or whatever. When all we had to do was show up and people were begging to buy homes, right? I had to go through and say, is that $1,000 a month actually making me $5,000 a month? If the answer was no, I would not spend $1,000 a month to make 1,001. Because remember, there's administrative time with that expense. All right. So, it's important that you analyze those things quickly and get rid of, and sometimes it's hard because of ego to get rid of some of those bills. The expenses are massive. Systems, staffing, tech, leads, etc. The time it takes to manage these things to efficiency is what is most costly. 20 to 30 hours a week before I joined Place, I was spending at my brokerage or on my team adminning, figuring out all those behind the scenes systems. Thank gosh that's been removed for me, and it's been removed from my agents on my team. Splits don't matter. What's provided in your actual take-home pay and quality of life is what matters. Everybody's like, oh, I want this higher split. Well, great. You got your split here, and then you have massive expenses in most cases because you might have a great website. How does one lead go in there? Okay, so these are things, hourly rate is what's the most important thing, and the smile on your face is also the most important thing, okay? So splits don't matter. It just, at the end of it, I don't know what the hang-up is. I'm not saying intentionally make less money. I'm saying make more. So there's really three businesses going on. You have your sales business where you're actually out talking to people, showing property, listing property, selling property. Then you have, all this time you have to spend marketing. That's another business, like a marketing business inside of there. And the third business is the administration of the file or being a business owner, all under one roof. Even if you're at a brokerage, you still, as your own person, have to do all of those three things. And so removing 70 or 80% of that from your plate could essentially end up helping you net more money. Okay, everything will be okay in life or in business if you don't delay dealing with it. Whether it's price reductions, which we're all having those conversations now, don't delay dealing with things. Just get it out there. A problem with another person, just get it out there, right? Respectfully. Number 12, the right partnership can keep me doing what I love doing and what I'm doing good at. Number 13, who I surround myself with matters big time. Number 14, you cannot get anywhere alone. I was so miserable the first 5 years in the real estate business because I was a lone wolf. Started taking on partners, building team, and then making, some strategic brokerage and platform partnerships. Number 15, the more people talk about themselves and their successes, ego, without also talking about personal and business failure, the less I should be around them. I like authenticity. I encourage my agents to be around authentic people. Number 16, that listing real estate is the name of the game long term. Number 18, that I should review my goals daily and that it's okay if they change. Number 19, the goals must be attached to more than money. What gets you out of bed? The almighty dollar, or helping someone build wealth through real estate, or providing an amazing life for your family? It's more than just money. Number 20, that the afternoon time should be used to set an appointment if you have not set one in the AM. Too many of us go into the office, waste a lot of time, don't do anything productive, and then go mess around in the afternoon. Our job as real estate agents is to list property and to sell property, is it not? So if we're not doing that effectively, should we not look at that? Do we not owe it to our families to take a peek at that to see if there's a way that we could do it better? And then are we willing to do what it takes? Number 21, that a schedule matters. Having a finite weekly schedule, the number one curse my real estate coach told me of realtors is that they're 1099'd. So it's one of the funniest things he ever told me. He said, Jason, if you were your manager and you looked back at what you did last week, would you fire yourself if you were W-2? Like if you, and I'm like, yeah, I probably would have, so it's funny. There's the freedom, but sometimes the freedom is a detriment, if that makes sense. So a schedule really matters. And then number 22, it's okay not to know everything. Just don't be too proud to ask, and always have someone you can ask. No one is expected to know everything, and I think we get analysis paralysis. When it comes, like we're afraid to do things because we don't know, when really the only way to know is to go do and then have someone that can help you with that along the way, a mentor or someone else or your broker. Okay? So those are just some thoughts. Have faith, keep going, make small changes in your business. Don't. I had another mentor who showed back up in my life Sunday. It was weird. I hadn't talked to him in 5 or 6 years, and he stayed at our farm in Florence. And he said, Jason, large changes create earthquakes in life and in business. He said, make small changes and build your success mechanism. He's the founder of the Psycho-Cybernetics Foundation. His name is Matt. If you ever want a great book or Audible to listen to, get the most current version of Psycho-Cybernetics. I've listened to it again in the car with my kids on the way in. It's just fascinating. Anyway, give yourself grace as you find your way. Have fun. Spend more time with good humans. And it's amazing how many people are going through the same things that we are. God bless you. I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful week. And remember, if you hate these videos and you're mad at me for sending them, hit the delete button down there. Hit it 12 times. If there's anything I can do to help you, or I do trainings on Monday nights from 7 to 8 for anybody in Montana if you're a licensed real estate agent. We work on scripts and how to say certain things to certain people at certain times in order to help you build your business. There's no cost to that. There's no recruiting, nothing like that going on. So it's just something I do to give back. I like to come from contribution. The link for all this stuff is below, and I'm going to give you this sheet here. You can throw darts at it again if I made you, mad in the video. Have a great day.